I think it's safe to say that we have never and may never again see anything like Victor Wembanyama. People are quick to throw around the word generational talent, generational prospect, things like that. Victor Wembanyama might already be the best player in the league, and he's in his third season, just starting his third season. He made Anthony Davis and Derek Lively look like children tonight. The things this guy is doing are unlike anything I have ever seen, and I have watched a heck of a lot of basketball in my life. I love hoops, and Victor Wembanyama is like one of the greatest things I have ever seen with my own two eyes when it comes to the basketball court. I'm not kidding when I say I think there might be an argument that he's the best player in the league already. And I know that sounds crazy to say, and Jokic is unbelievable, and Shea had an incredible year last year, and you have guys like Luka and Giannis and so many other awesome players throughout the league. Victor Wembanyama is the best defensive player in the sport, and it's not even close. And offensively, I mean, tonight was indicative of a different level of player even than he was last year. As great as he was last year, 40 points, 15 rebounds, only shot 2 threes, plus 31, 3 blocks, and some of the greatest highlights you will ever see in your life. Do yourself a favor. If you did not watch this game, it's not even, I just ended actually as I'm recording this video. Go back and watch the highlights, just Wemby's highlights. They're some of the greatest basketball you will ever see in the history of ever. I mean, I'm not kidding. I watched the game with my jaw on the floor the whole time. I'm a Mavs fan, and I don't care that the Mavs got blown. I mean, I do care that the Mavs got blown out, but I was in awe. I have never seen anything like this guy. I don't think that is exaggerating in the slightest. And I know, look, NBA players put up 40 and 15, but the way that he did it was ridiculous, and doing it on only attempting 2 threes as well. Really, really impressive stuff there. He is a good 3-point shooter, and he is going to shoot them very efficiently. But seeing this level of interior dominance and physicality from Wemby on the offensive end of the court is that jump that he needed to make here in his third season. And if he stays healthy, obviously a huge if with a guy of his size, but to this point in his career, besides the blood clot last year, which that's not his fault, that's just a fluke weird thing. Hopefully he'll never come back or any sort of other issues like that. But outside of that, he really hasn't had significant injury issues to this point in his NBA career. And so hopefully that continues, because my God, this might be the greatest, like one of the greatest players we've ever seen ever, legitimately. It's almost hard to quantify how dominant he was. And the most impressive part about it was it's not like he was dominating the Sacramento Kings or some team with, I'm sorry, Sacramento, but like teams with subpar bigs or not elite defenses and things like that. This is a Mavs team with Anthony Davis, Derek Lively, Cooper Flagg, like some of the better defenders that this league is going to have. 2 of the better defensive bigs you're going to see in basketball, and AD and Derek Lively. And Wemby made them look like children on both ends of the court. It was unbelievable. I have never seen somebody dominate Anthony Davis the way that Wemby dominated Anthony Davis tonight. That is a all-world defender who may not be quite the same defender he once was, but truly one of the better defensive players in the league, I think, to this day. And he just had no answer for Wemby on both ends of the court. 7 of 22 for AD, not a particularly efficient game. The Mavs offense, look, it's clunky right now. I don't think Cooper Flagg at point guard is probably the answer. As much as it was game 1 for him and you got to have patience, I'm not sure that him at point guard's the answer. At the same time, you have to give the Spurs a certain level of credit that their defense, because of Wemby, is unbelievable. And offensively, he looks completely unstoppable. I mean, I just want to look at a couple of highlights in this game. Look at some of the stuff he did. Jab step, pump fake, draws the... That's a 7'4", dude, with the reverse dunk like it. What is he doing? I mean, bullying Anthony. Look at this. This was after, by the way, a just destruction of Derek Lively on a block. Oh, right here. Here, look at this highlight right here. So, right here, he punches Derek Lively. Like, good little dump off pass here against most bigs. Oh, that's an easy scoop. Nope, Wemby just denies it. Like it's not even there. And then he's point guard. And this is 7'6", by the way. I mean, he's listed at 7'5". He's at least 7'6". Step back, fade away, 4-point play. What are you supposed to do against this guy? This is a guy who's going to shoot close to 40% from 3 while being completely unguardable on the inside, and his touch is clearly improving around the rim as well. I'm sorry. He might win MVP this year. He might be the best player in the world right now. I don't think these are extreme statements to say either. Recency bias is a very real thing, and people love to exaggerate in NBA media. But I am not exaggerating. I think it is no hyperbole to say we have never seen anything like Victor Wembanyama. Not even close. I'm sorry. The Bull, Kristaps Porzingis, Ralph Sampson, whatever comparisons you want to make to other creative large bigs we've seen throughout NBA history, Wemby is a completely different player than any of those guys. As good as those players were and are, or at least especially KP and Ralph Sampson. But dude, this guy's going to average like a 30-point double-double. He's going to average 4 blocks a game. He's the best defensive player in the sport, and by a mile. People were saying Chet Holmgren was better than this guy last year, y'all. I'm sorry. Chet Holmgren's a great player, but the Spurs are a contender right now. And their roster's not that great. It's not bad. I thought Dylan Harper did some good things tonight. I thought Devin Vassell was pretty impressive, especially defensively. Stephon Castle was great. Will he be able to shoot the 3-ball consistently this year? We'll see. But I thought he played a really good game, although 5 turnovers isn't ideal. But dude, this team's, when they get De'Aaron Fox back, I don't know, man. They're scary already. And I think Carter Bryant, as the year progresses, is a guy who could become a real role player on this team. Pretty valuable guy. I like Luke Kennard as a backup center addition, even though he didn't play a ton tonight, didn't play a huge role. I kind of like this team. And with Wemby at the centerpiece, it takes like, this is a decent team to a completely different level. I think he might truly be that type of player that simply can carry teams in that rarefied air way that only a few players throughout NBA history have been able to do so. And he might take a team of a bunch of kids, basically, and make them really, really, really extremely competitive on a night-to-night basis. I'd love to be like, oh, they didn't play. I actually think the Mavs are going to be pretty good. The Mavs offense was rough tonight, but I think the Mavs are going to be a pretty good team. It's not like they didn't play anybody tonight. And the Mavs just looked outmatched. I don't know if I've ever seen one player demoralize a team like this. I mean, it's certain that's an exaggeration there. But I'm struggling to find words to describe how great this guy is. I'm trying to explain it to my girlfriend, and she's like, well, he's just taller than everybody. And she's like, he's not that much better. He's just taller. And I think it's hard for fans to understand. I don't know. The things he is doing compared to any other player of his size ever is just night and day in so many different ways. I don't know how to explain it to somebody who's not a massive fan of the game, but I mean, the people watching this video are. Y'all understand what I'm saying. If you watched the game, I think y'all can understand why I'm so like rattled almost right now by how amazing what we saw tonight was. Like, the Spurs might rule the league. Wemby's gonna rule the league for a while if he stays healthy. I think he might be the MVP this year. I would not be surprised at all to see it. He looks to have taken a completely different step on the interior. The physical dominance we saw from him tonight was unlike anything I've ever really seen with any level of consistency from him. Good luck. The league is in trouble. This guy is the best player. He might be the best player we've ever seen in some ways, as blasphemous as that may be to say. And I know I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. Some of the stuff this guy does, no other player in NBA history has ever been able to do. Plain and simple. It is that simple. He is just, there are no words to describe how great this guy is going to be. And already is. It's not going to be anymore. It's already is. He's not going to be this great every night. He will have down nights. The Spurs aren't going to win every game. But look, he looks ready to win the MVP. And he's, how old is Wemby? 21? He's going to rule the league for the next 15 years if he stays healthy. I mean, he really is. He's 21 years old. Doesn't turn 22 until January. Good luck. Because it's not going to get easier. Oh my gosh. I hope y'all did enjoy the video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more NBA content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.